The chairman, Daniel Kanu International Foundation, my own dear friend, Prince Daniel Kanu, my brothers and sisters of Swan, I believe I'm one of you, the acting secretary, FCT Football Association, immediate past chairman, Secretary General, Sports Writers Association of Nigeria, other protocol duly observed. I want to say a big good morning to all of you here and to thank you for making yourself available for this press briefing. Today marks the realization of my long-time dream as chairman of the FCT Football Association and also for the board of the association, that of securing sponsorship for the FCT League. Over the years, it has been a lot of struggle for us to finance the league without no financial support from any quarter. But we then have done our best to ensure that the league takes place every year. However, God in His infinite mercy brought to us Prince Kanu Daniel with a proposal to sponsor and finance this year's league, that is 2010 FCT League. We received it with open arms, and it is a theme of joy for us that at the twilight of our tenure on board, we've at least gotten sponsorship for our league, which will bring about 35 youths. I want to sincerely thank. May God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes. That's a very brief one, but punch from the FA chairman, Emmanuel Dangimata. Please, let's give him another round of applause.
FCTFA, Chairman and Secretary of SWAN, Acting Secretary, FCTFA, all other protocols duly observed. My name is Prince Daniel Kanu. I'm the founder and chairman of Daniel Kanu Youth Foundation. And this is my speech on this 13th day of July 2010 to announce the foundation's partner and sponsorship of the Federal Capital Territory Football Association, FCT 8FA League 2010 competition. Good morning to you all again, the youth and fellow Nigerians. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, you are all welcome. We are honored to have you here this morning to cover this noble and august event. The Daniel Kanu Youth Foundation is a non-profit charitable organization. In view of this, the Daniel Kanu Youth Foundation has become a partner and sponsor of the Federal Capital Territory Football Association, FCTFA League 2010. FCTFA is an affiliate of the Nigerian Football Federation, and we are participating with the aim to provide an avenue where Nigerian youths can channel their energy and talents effectively, promote youth development via sports competitions, imbibe the spirit of sportsmanship in Nigerian youths, provide an avenue for the young and old across the country to unite, provide a positive and healthy form of entertainment, provide a breathing ground for new talents that will represent Nigeria, both in national and international arenas. As patriotic Nigerians, we are saddened by the Super Eagles' recent disappointing outing at the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. Nigeria can do better and will do better, but that can only happen if we all get involved and invest in our local talents, starting from elementary schools through the state leagues such as FCT, FA. Neither the federal nor the state government can do it alone. Success in the growth of sports can only happen when private sector participation is encouraged and nurtured with collaboration of the government. Therefore, we call on the federal government to continue with the policy of creating an enabling environment for investors to take over sports in the same manner the Nigerian telecom industry was revolutionized through privatization. We are proud to associate with the present administration's goal of reinvigorating football, but more has to be done. Encouraging wider participation in football and other sports, the teeming youth population can be positively engaged, thereby reducing the spate of crimes and other social vices. Just imagine a scenario where our senators and House of Representative members use part of their constituency allowances to establish and encourage football competition within their constituencies. Just imagine a scenario where all our state legislators also use their allowances to encourage sports. Just imagine where every government contractor is required to have a social responsibility project involving sports in their locality of work. I use this forum to call on all stakeholders in the Nigerian project to rise up to the challenge and help rebuild confidence in our dear country through sports participation.
Used for this stadium opening ceremony at 2 p.m. opening ceremony in football. About this competition to encourage other stakeholders, the health and better with this statement require with the details.
What are your set objectives? What do you achieve? What do you intend to achieve by coming out to identify the sponsorship of the FCT?
Very well. Well, my supreme objective, first of all, is the youth. I have a long-term interest in the welfare of our young ones. Besides the financial benefit that the youths that succeed in becoming football stars will get, I believe the most important thing is for us to engage our young ones and pass qualities that can help them in life, because there is more to life than sports. But sports can give you the perfect foundation to become who you want to be in the future. So imbibing good qualities in the young one, outside of the financial benefits that comes with succeeding, is the most important thing that I intend to achieve. I tell people sometimes my own life story, how sports helped me. As a young student at Federal Government College, Okigwe, I wasn't interested in going to class. Most of the time I spent running around, didn't want to go to classroom, and class 1. By the time I went into class 2, my parents discovered I was failing. They sent me overseas. As soon as I got to US, my brother enrolled me in school, and I got involved in American football. And interesting enough, to be able to participate in football, you had to pass your exams. You had to pass your class. So they had a rule that was called no pass, no play. So that means you practice all week, and the game of the week is always on Friday. And if you don't pass your exam, you can't play in that game. So I found myself struggling and succeeding in school to be able to play sports. So sports actually helped me as a person, and it's something that I've kept ever since I left school. So I think that's something that we can we can pass on to our younger generation. A lot of kids might not be interested in school, but by the time you make sports part of school, you provide the facilities. Some will go to school just to be in sports, and collateral benefits will be getting a good education as well. So I'm happy to say that based on that, I was able to start getting straight A's. I got straight A's and B's because I had talent in education that I didn't realize that I had. So I want to use this opportunity, highlight sports, and part of my future plan is to take sports back into schools, put in the facilities in schools so our kids can get interested in education as well through sports. So that's one of the things that I plan to achieve. Okay. Well, I've always been involved in sports. And this is the trophy for the first place, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah.
Secretary, this is the trophy for the first place champion, winner of the FCT FA 2010 league. Yes, I'll set it here behind us.
Thank you. Let's do it. Into 8 groups or so. Then later the winners of each group will now come and meet themselves to determine the finalists.